Welcome back to Geek Culture 101, your home for all things geek. Today we have another episode of our series, Theory of the Geek, where we look into the hidden possibilities of our favorite fandoms. Today we're tackling one of the biggest debates in the Dragon Ball community. How do Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball Super coexist? Could it be that these two series often seem as separate continuities are actually parallel timelines or alternate universes within the Dragon Ball multiverse? Let's break it down. We already know from Dragon Ball Z that alternate timelines exist, especially when we consider future Trunks. His timeline diverged vastly from the main one we follow, and yet he's still a core part of the Dragon Ball narrative. In Dragon Ball Super, we see him return looking completely different, stronger, but sleeker, with new experiences that diverge from what we saw in Dragon Ball Z. So if future Trunks timeline can exist alongside the main timeline, why can't Dragon Ball's GT's timeline exist, and the same with Super? Take the Universal Survival arc in Dragon Ball Super as a prime example. We're introduced to various universes that mirror one another yet possess key differences. Universe 6, for instance, is a twin universe to Universe 7, but it has its own unique history, characters, and events. This concept of similar yet different universes is a core part of Dragon Ball multiverse. Could Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball Super be like Universes 6 and 7, parallel worlds that mirror each other to the point before diverging? Consider this. Dragon Ball GT picks up after Dragon Ball Z, but it's often criticized for ignoring certain elements that Dragon Ball Super later explores. But what if these differences are intentional? What if, at some pivotal moment after Dragon Ball Z, the timeline splintered, leading to two distinct realities? One where the events of Dragon Ball Super unfold, and another where the events of Dragon Ball GT becomes the canon future. This theory also explains the appearance and behavior of characters. Just like future Trunks looks different in Dragon Ball Super compared to how we see him in Dragon Ball Z, the characters in Dragon Ball GT might reflect a timeline where different choices were made, leading to the transformation, villains, and the events we see there. So the next time you watch Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball GT, consider that you might just be watching two sides of the same coin. Two parallel universes where Goku and the Z Fighters face their own unique challenges, yet their stories are eternally connected by the multiverse. Could this be the hidden truth behind the Dragon Ball series? We'll leave that for you to decide. Thanks for tuning in to Theory of the Geek. I'm Jeremy with Geek Culture 101, and I do appreciate you hitting that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to comment your thoughts. And until next time, see ya.